More snow. Looks like we're not going to have a planting season just yet. Just when you think it's time to plant, here comes the snow. Shalom, everyone. This is how it is here in northern Ontario. Just zone 5. Unpredictable snow. No planting yet, just indoors. The oregano and of course my lemons are starting indoors again. I might have snowflakes on this video. I don't know, it's just like what it is. But the scripture comes to mind, whosoever believeth on him. For Yahuwah loved the world, that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes on him. That word believe actually has a deeper meaning. I'm going to go inside and do a quick shout out about the meaning, but it means to obey. Whosoever obeys him shall not perish. Obeys him shall not perish. Obeys him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Stay warm if you're in zone 5, if you got a big dump of snow. This morning we woke up with a surprise. It was early spring, but yeah, this is what we've got in Canada. Snow. Do you have any snow?
Isaiah said, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil." Let's go. Put no other Elohim before my face. Worship no idols. Respect Yahuwah's name. Remember the Sabbath day. Honor your father and your mother. Do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Do not lie. Do not covet.
So they say it's going to melt really fast. Let's just hope it does. See you in a bit. Yohanan 3:16. For Elohim so loved the world that he gave his only brought forth son, so that everyone who believes in him should not perish but possess everlasting life. And I'm saying that word believes means to obey, so that whoever is believing in him, believing with an ing is a gerund, which tells us that the believing, the act of believing, is an ongoing thing. It is not a one-time belief. It's not a belief where we believe today and we don't really believe tomorrow, or we choose to sort of believe today and then in 3 weeks we say, you know what, I don't really believe anymore. No, it says in verse 15, so that whoever is believing, a continual action that doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. So how does the word believe become obey so that it reads like this? For Elohim so loved the world that he gave his only brought forth son, so that everyone who obeys him should not perish, but possess everlasting life. Well, to be persuaded of the truth means to believe. When you're persuaded of the truth, you believe. I believe what I'm persuaded. And when I'm persuaded of something that's true, that I will follow that thing that is true. I will hold the precepts of that thing. The question becomes, what is true? Or what is truth? Well, we know Yahuwah's word is truth. It's like we either believe him or we don't. So we can't have a theoretical belief. Well, yes, I believe. A lot of people say they believe, but they do not follow through in terms of their actions. So we can't just say whosoever believeth. We have to look at the fullness of the word and the fullness of the implications of the word, which means to obey, because we say we love him. John's going to tell us the love for Elohim, what that looks like. Love gets thrown around everywhere. Everyone says they love, but they don't have the actions that go behind that love. Have you ever met someone and they say they love you, but there's no action that goes behind that love? You're in a relationship and they go, oh, I just love you. You're just amazing. But they do all the wrong things that you hate. Well, let's look at this verse. For this is the love for Elohim, that we guard his commands. and his commands are not heavy. So someone says, show me that you love me. Show me that you care. That's what this verse means. That we guard his commands is a way of showing that we love him, showing that we respect his word, showing him that we want to be like him, want to become like him, want to live like him, want to serve him. And therefore, when we get to that point, we are persuaded of the truth of his commands, and therefore we obey him because we believe what he says. So whosoever obeys him has everlasting life, not a one-time believing, not a one-time confessing, because right now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. We love him, Yahuwah, because he loved us first. That's the starting point of our love for him, because he loved us first. The world's type of love is not the kind of love we follow. The love in 1 John is based on the fact that Yahuwah loved us first. There isn't any other kind of love like that. We cannot even love without Elohim loving us first. We don't have the capacity to love like Elohim loved. If we think we have that capacity, that's fine. But it simply means there's room for more. Because how much more does Yahuwah love us? For it says we love him because he first loved us. I think that's beautiful. And here is the distinction. If someone says, I love Elohim, and hates his brother, he is a liar. He calls them a liar. For the one not loving his brother, whom he has seen, how is he able to love Elohim who he has not seen? He's very practical, John. You can't say you love Elohim and you never saw him, but you see your neighbor and you hate them. And we don't even have to mince the word. There's no love, and then there's in between love and the different levels of love. Dislike, well, maybe, but in this text, there's love and there's hate. So there could be another study on the word hate, right? And we have this command from him that the one loving Elohim should love his brother also. So we believe and we obey. They must go hand in hand. Whosoever believes on him has everlasting life is really whosoever obeys him. Believes synonymous with obey. We must walk the walk, not just talking the walk. Doers of the word and not hearers only. So if we say we believe, we're also doers, and we are guarding and obeying his command. That's all. Stay warm, and hopefully the snow's going to melt. It's supposed to be melting and giving us some nice warm weather here in the north. I'm looking forward to it. Are you? Shalom, everyone.